Welcome to the Heart of Luverne podcast, bringing you timely updates, important information, and the inside scoop about local issues, services, and upcoming projects.
Hi, everyone. We're going inside the heart of Luverne. I'm Jill Wolf, your city administrator, and with us today is John Stoffel, our public works director. Welcome, John.
Good morning.
We are going to talk about a pesky problem we have in the city, mosquitoes today, and how the city manages them. John, I know it's been a city tradition for quite a few years to be spraying for mosquitoes, and I guess the city does it to protect public health and also improve quality of life for residents and visitors. But it's one of those things you do that goes unseen sometimes, so we're going to talk about it today. So tell us a little bit about how do you spray? Like, what does that look like?
The spraying is just a couple guys and a couple pickups, and then we've got a couple units that fit in the back. They're gas-powered ULV sprayers. You'll see them in your neighborhood with some fog coming out the back. It's kind of a simple process once you got it all loaded and the sprayers are ready to go. The sprayers are calibrated by Clark Mosquito Company out of Iowa. They come early in the season and take care of that. And then we just get them in the back of the pickup, and we travel at 10 miles an hour so we get the right volume where we need it. They do make a newer sprayer now that can tell how fast you're going, and that's how much product it puts out. But we've got some pretty nice machines yet, and we'll be staying at the 10 mile an hour as long as we can.
All right, good. Where do you guys typically spray?
Where we typically spray is everywhere we can get to without causing a problem. We'll hit every alley, every street. We're crawling around in the parks, down to the fairgrounds. Anything we can do without causing a problem, or especially when it's dry, we try to get where we can.
Mm-hmm. And you're pretty strategic about when you spray. And so when do you go out, and why is it that time?
Yeah, there's a lot of things we can talk about with that. One of them is the weather. Early this spring, no rain, no nothing, just dry. We just didn't have any mosquitoes out there. Now they're here, and when we spray, it does help to get input from. I use all my employees, ask them daily if they're seeing the mosquitoes or if they're out at night. And then we have people that call in, whether they're just calling in to be nice or they're a little bit full of bugs. They'll call in, and that's part of our formula too. Years ago, they would have traps out, and we didn't have the best of luck with that, but just word of mouth and our own opinion on the weather is how we decide if we're going to get out there.
Mm-hmm. I remember last fall, you were very strategic about what time you were spraying or right at dusk, because we were trying to control those no-see-um bugs,
right?
Those little ones.
We're usually an hour before sunset.
Okay.
Is when we'll get out, and then hour and a half before, and after sunset, a couple hours. So we're usually out there 4.5 hours with 2 sprayers.
Sure.
That's when they're most active, and the chemical we use is it's an adulticide, they call it. It's a biomist chemical. It kills on contact, and it also has a residual where it'll be on the trees or something, and the mosquito gets in contact with it, they'll.
And even though it's getting on the trees, it is safe for plants and gardens and
yes.
trees.
Yep. You don't have to cover a garden or worry about anything. You just treat it like you would anything else. You just rinse your vegetables off, just like you buy fruit from a market. You just rinse it off, and the volume. The best thing you can remember is the volume of the spray is the amount to kill a mosquito that just absolutely weighs nothing. There's no volume to a mosquito. So this chemical, the active ingredient, is just very, very minimal. I mean, it's just all it has to do is take care of this mosquito.
Sure.
So it's not harmful to the
To a
public.
human or
No.
to anything. And so along with that, we don't need to tell residents to close windows or AC because the amount of spray is not harmful to
Right.
human beings.
The active ingredient is so minimal that there's no safety problems at all.
And this too is, a priority of the city. And so it's a line item in the budget. We do that for public health. With the West Nile virus, especially when that's picking up, it's good to have this effort in place to try to control those mosquitoes. And then, quality of life. People don't like to be sitting outside and have a yard full of mosquitoes. And so it's a good thing.
We've had some local people have some West Nile problems, and we don't want to see any of that if we can help it. But we get out there and do it when we try to do it at the right times. We don't want to waste money either.
Right.
A full round is with 2 sprayers and 4 or 5 hours of spraying is $3,000, and we try to do it at the right time to get what we can.
Yep. And again, just kind of hitting on that public health, we want to kill them so we're not getting West Nile and some of those other infections that come with mosquitoes. But you also do a lot of research and education on safety, that spray is safe for humans and plants and gardens too. So all around, it's a good public health tool that we implement.
It is a topic here we could talk about for 2 days. And it can really, we've been to some classes, and it can go on and on. But we really lean on Clark Mosquito. I'm not advertising for anybody, but this is where we have been working with Rob from Clark Mosquito, and they have all the science to it, and they've got things figured out. And
Yep. And like you said, you and your guys, you go to classes and learn about it too.
Yep.
So you're well educated.
Yep, it is. It's a great thing. If the weather cooperates, we try to give everybody a 24-hour warning. If possible, we do that. There is times where we watch the weather and it looks like no, we can't go, and the conditions are prime. Sometimes we do jump out a little bit ahead of time. We apologize for that, but I think it's more important to be out there doing it when it's beneficial. So if we have snuck out a few times, a little bit too soon of our warning, but
So what happens when it rains?
well, if we do catch a rain, again, the chemical is a contact spray. So if the fog is out there and it gets to the mosquito's done. The only thing you lose if it would rain right away, you lose the residual that would get onto a tree or a bush. That might get washed off, but you're still going to get the mosquitoes that are active at the time.
Well, good. So when residents see the pickups going around with the sprayers, now they can be informed about what's being sprayed and why the city does it.
Yeah, we can't get them all. We didn't invent the mosquito.
Nope.
We're just here to make it livable, that you can at least try to control it somewhat to knock the population down.
Right. I think we all know what a pain mosquitoes can be. I think they joke that it's Minnesota's state pest. And so we do our best to try to control that here in Luverne. Anything else you wanted to finish off with the mosquito spraying?
No, we just got to keep the program going, and It's been around as long as I have, but I think it's a lot better. It's a lot safer. It's something we need to do.
And you do continue spraying into the fall, because I know you transition from mosquitoes to those little no-see-um bugs, and we try to control those as well.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, John, for everything you do and taking care of our local pests. And thank you, listeners, for going inside the heart of Luverne.